How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Tressa's Collectibles gameplay video. My name is Mike, and joining me today, as always, is Randall Shizukatz.
How's it going, guys?
And this is going to be the first of several videos on our Hololive content blog featuring the Hololive generational decks. You guys have seen previously that we featured the trial deck only gameplay matches featuring each of the generations, but now we have all the cards from the entire booster set available for use, so you guys can see the full power generation decks at play. So we're first going to be featuring Gamers versus Gen 3, and on my side I'm going to be using the trial deck level 1 Crone combo into the level 2/3 Mio combo. The level 3 Mio combo is from the trial deck, but then in the booster we also have this level 2 Mio combo, which acts as a really nice bridge at level 2 to be not only be able to apply some pressure and also recur resources, and then set up our hand for our level 3 Mio turn.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in my Generation 3 deck, I'm going to be running a couple combos that if you guys have been watching our recent videos, you're probably familiar with already. So we have the level 1 Pekora combo that's going to allow me to get that fast mill through my first deck, get some extra cards, and then we have the level 3 Marin, which we featured prominently in our recent deck profile. We talked about how this card is a very, very flexible finishing option that you can run into a lot of decks, and so today we're going to be running it in a Gen 3 build.
Cool.
Alright, so one thing I'm a little bit concerned about with this particular deck is not dying if I take a whole bunch of damage, because Generation 3 doesn't really have a great selection of healers, and also by running the Marin level 3 finisher, she is not a healer herself, so
Right.
I'm going to have to keep the aggression up and hopefully not fall behind in damage.
Yeah, so when we think about healers that are kind of often run in Hololive for the healing effect, most of the time it's going to be early play Suisei or early play Fubuki, but when we're sticking with the generational decks, our choices become a lot more limited, so you kind of have to adapt your deck and your gameplay according with, your limited card pool. But that's also part of the reason why I like these kind of more limited formats so much, is because you have to get a bit more creative with your deck building and play styles.
Yeah, so as far as Gen 3 goes, like the options I had were the Marin level 3
Right,
from
the
the trial
trial
deck.
deck Marin.
Yeah, which is the one I went with, and then the other option was the Pekora Rare.
Right, that's the anti backup, right?
Yeah.
I think the Marin probably just has a bit more application than the Pekora overall, considering both of them can only be played at level 3 in your deck, but the Marin can also help you.
Yeah, she has more aggressive applications.
Rig your soul triggers if you just want to deal more soul, or kind of just side for precise damage as well. Alright. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Okay.
We're about to have one of those again.
Alright, I think I'm going to discard 3 cards from my hand for Mulligan.
I'm gonna discard 2 for mine.
Okay. Ooh, so already seeing that level 0 flare, well, both of those level 0 flares, not cards that you normally would see too much. The flare drop searcher I think you see a lot more, but the level 0 bonder flare to the Noel is, I think, a card that not a lot of people play at all, but I definitely think there's some maybe crazy potential there, because 1500, the ability to give a character 1500 and clock kick, or stock kick, can be very, very powerful. So I'm going to clock for turn, draw 2, and then we're going to go ahead and start with a Crone on play. I can look at the top 2 cards of my deck and rearrange them in any order. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then direct for 2.
Okay, 1, 2. Cancel on 2.
Okay, here we go.
Alright, draw for turn. I'm going to clock the 1/1 Pekora counter. Draw 2 cards. Alright, so pretty much the Generation 3 deck as a theme, pretty much all of the characters, as you guys have seen a lot on our recent gameplay, they revolve around killing Pekora. So we're going to be killing Pekora so many times today. So on play, I'm going to choose a character from my... Actually, I should probably choose the one that's not the bond target, just in case.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go ahead and marker it underneath. And when she's sent from stage to waiting room during my turn, while she has a marker, I get to bring her back rested. I'm actually going to play double Pekora.
Oh, okay.
And with the idea being that this one I'm going to kill at the end of her attack to run to back row, and then so this can just kind of
Yeah, the Marine actually has her effect is at this end of her attack, you can kill a character run back row. So you can kill the Pekra, but then you're not really killing the Pekra because you kill her marker. Because Pekra, when she dies during your turn, she can be brought back. So pretty good generational 3 war crime synergy here.
Yep. All right. So this will just make it so that you're not dealing so much incoming damage to me on my next turn. So I'm not like leaving a full empty front row for you to just direct into me.
Yeah.
But I'll go into attack phase. My Martin has on attack and give 1500 anywhere, so I would be able to beat the Corone. But
Doggle, she has an effect at the start of my opponent's attack phase. I can, if there is a character in front of the Corone, I can move to another empty slot in my front row. So since the Pekra is going to potentially get over as well, I'm just going to run over here.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and direct with the Pekra. So this is gonna be for 2/2.
Okay. 1 cancel on 1.
All right, and then Martin attack for 2.
1, 2. 2's good.
And then we'll use her effect at the end of her attack. We're going to kill Pekra to move her to back row, but then Pekra's ability, she gets to come back.
Okay. Marker.
And then, here.
Alright, draw for turn. Okay, well, let's see.
So yeah, both of our decks having these level 0 tools to maintain card advantage, keep our cards alive.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and clock my 2/1 Corone to draw 2. Okay, and then let's start with a Brainstorm. So this is the Troll deck Brainstorm, so it's Brainstorm 5. And then since we are playing both the level 1 and level 3 Climax combo from our Gamer's Troll deck, I chose to run her because she can give both my level 1 and level 3 combos 1000 power. I think next... Do I want to take this slow, or do I want to put on a bit of aggression? I think I kind of want to generate a bit more stock, so we'll go ahead and play another attacker. I think we'll show... No, let's go with third attacker.
Be aggressive.
Alright, so we're gonna go with this more aggressive line, attack more times, generate more stock. So I'm gonna go ahead and front here. There's 15 to Pekra's 1000 power, and this is for 1.
Take the 1.
I'm going to direct attack. This is for 2.
Cancel.
And then I'm going to direct attack here, and this is for 3.
1, 2, 3. Take the 3.
Alright, here we go.
Alright, stand and draw. Okay, I'm going to clock this Marian Climax. Hopefully draw some more zeros. I did not draw more zeros.
Ooh,
so
is that the potential one of my lanes is living, or we'll see.
Well, currently I can kill 2 lanes for sure.
With just your board on
I do this. The question is if I want to give up this Pekra or not, because this Pekra represents a lot of potential value. The thing is that I'm already out a whole bunch of climaxes, and you could potentially just hit me for a lot of damage next turn if I were to leave the Pekra in the back row. I think I am going to move her up.
Okay.
And in the interest of making sure that your Corones are not absolutely gigantic on defense come your level 1 turn, we are going to kill both of those
the
brainstorms. Yeah. Otherwise these Corones are going to be like 7-5 base or something ridiculous. 6-5 base.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
Alright, so I actually can just front with this Pekra.
Yeah, the cool thing is you can front with it and then still target her with the Marring, and then she still comes back rested.
So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna front into this one.
Sure.
For 1 and gate. Oh well, now I can get a new Pekra back.
The plussing is real.
All right.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attack with the Marin. Use her effect to give 1500 to herself. This is gonna be for 2.
1, 2. I do level. Let's go ahead and level. What am I leveling here? It's a bit awkward because I do want to level yellow, but I don't want to clock either of these targets. But I think the Gamer's event is probably fine.
Alright, and then at the end of her attack, we're going to sacrifice Pekra and then move her to back row, and then we're gonna leave Pekora there.
Sounds good.
So that way Mike doesn't get any
Climax combos on the Coronet.
Yeah.
Alright. Draw for turn. Okay, let's see. Kind of don't want to clock any of these. I think I'm just gonna go ahead. I'll go ahead and clock this Fubuki. Draw 2. Okay. Interesting. I'll go ahead and brainstorm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hello?
I do whiff.
Climaxes, mod check. How many are you out?
2. Okay. We're gonna play our Coronets as scheduled, and then we're just gonna push some damage, I think. Because Randall did trigger one last turn, and he did cancel and also clock. So I think he has the potential to just take it here. So I'm gonna go ahead and direct. Coronet does have a Climax combo, but since Randall did not leave me with a reverse target, I'm not going to be getting any plus here. This is direct for 4.
Oh, no. Okay, how much do you have in hand? Because I
have 4 cards in hand.
Okay, only 4. Alright. I need to get some can. Yes!
No! Alright, direct. 4, 3.
1, 2, 3. Level up. We have our red incoming. This is a 3-color deck. Blue plus red plus yellow. So we're going to be looking to level either blue or yellow here. And I'm going to go with leveling the level 0 Pekora.
Okay. And then direct attack, and this is for 3.
1, 2, 3. Oh, what? Double cancel.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Okay, this is
alright.
Not ideal, naturally, for us.
So I'm gonna draw for turn. I'm gonna clock my 3rd color, the Marine, level 3. Draw 2 cards, and let's see. What is the plan here? I think we just go with some fairly normal-looking plays. So the first thing we're going to do is play the Pekora we got last turn. We're going to marker. Doesn't really matter what we marker. We're going to immediately kill the Pekora for our Rushia. So we do have green, but Rushia's continuous effect actually lets her bypass color requirements when we play her from hand. So we would get to play her anyway. We'll use her on-play ability, sacrificing one of my other characters to reveal the top card of my deck. And if it's a Hololive character or the Generation 3 event, I get to add it to my hand. And it is a character. It's a really good card, actually.
Cool.
So we got the Rushia Brainstorm, and then Pekora's ability. We get to bring her back. And then we're going to follow that up with 2 copies of Peko.
Very strong.
And from here, we're going to go ahead and just contest Mike's board. So we'll play the 1k1 Climax, and then Pekora's Climax combo activates at the end of her attack if the character across from her is reversed or she has an empty slot across from her. So we're going to first attack with Rushia, using her on-attack ability to give 2,000 to one of my other characters, since I have 4 or more, or since I have 4 other Hololive characters. So I will give on-attack plus 2,000 to this Pekora.
Okay, sounds good.
This is going to be a front attack for 3.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 3 stick.
Okay, then we're going to front attack with this Pekora. This is currently at 859, 9k. And this is going to be for 3.
1, 2,
Hello?
3, cancel.
Okay,
Okay.
Alright, Pekora's Climax combo will activate at the end of her attack since the Coronet is reversed. I get to look at up to 4 from the top of my deck, add a Hololive character, and then give one of my characters 1k cross turn. So I want to go through the deck fast since I'm basically out all of my Climaxes. The card I'm going to be grabbing is... So I'm going to grab the Flare level 0.
Okay.
And then for the 1k power, we're going to give it to the Pekora that has not yet attacked, so that she
is 6/5.
6/5, 7/5, 8k.
5/5, 6/5, 7. Alright, 8k, yeah. 8k.
So this will be for 2, 2.
2. 2's good.
And then with her effect, we will look at up to 4 again. And I'm just going to go through as many cards as possible since I'm out all my climaxes. And off of this, I'm going to pick up... my hand is not quite the cards that I exactly want right now. So for a bit more selectivity, I think I'm going to pick up the Flare, or I could pick up the Marin because this actually also gives me selectivity with her on play effect. Yeah, we'll go with the Marin actually.
Okay.
And then I will give 1k power to think about what could potentially happen on the following turn. How many copies of the 1/0 Corone are in waiting room?
1.
Okay, how many choice?
3.
And how many 2/1 Mios are in waiting room? I see 1 in clock.
1, 2, 3.
All of the Mios are out. Alright, in that case, I'm going to give Pekra's power to the other Pekra that attacked first.
Okay, so we're spreading out the power here?
Yeah, so these are both going to be 7k on your turn.
Okay.
And the idea is that since he's out all his Mios, I think that the only thing that he could try to contest with are more 1s. So I think we're going to just spread out the power to try to keep multiple Pekras alive.
Okay. I'm going to 3-star. 1 Corone.
Okay.
And then draw for turn. And then clock. And I'm going to level green to draw 2. So I'm drawing my first one and going back 5.
Okay. Missing
2 gold bars, 1 choice.
Okay. That sounds pretty typical. With the Gamers deck, you really want to be using Mio's Climax combos multiple turns in a row with like the level 2 that allows you to fetch the level 3 into using the level 3 itself. So having a lot of gold bars in your hand can facilitate using those combos for multiple turns back to back. So we will see how that pans out.
Okay, go ahead. So I'm going to finish my second draw for quad phase and then take a refresh point.
Yeah.
So here I think I have 2 lines of play here. But I think either way I'm going to start with playing my level 0 Corone. And I'm using her top check effect to kind of look at what my next cards are so I can better determine what my plays are. If it's like this, then I think I'm probably just gonna chill. Okay. Okay, so we're going to early play Fubuki. If I have 2 or less climaxes in waiting room, she gets -1 level, and then on play she heals. And then she gets 500 power for every one of my Hololive and backstage. I think I'm going to play it like this. I'm going to let one of the Pekros live. And this is probably good enough. My Corone does have an extra 1000 from my Mio Brainstorm, so she's currently 5/5. On placement of a Climax, she'll get a 6/5, which at least contests the Russia. How many Pekro counters are in your waiting room?
There is 1.
1, okay. And you're out...
I'm out 7 in waiting room.
Okay, so he's out everything, because we know he didn't pay out the Marin Climax from the previous turn. In that case, I think I probably want to attack with the Russia and reverse the Russia over the Pekra. Because the Russia has the ability to pump 2000 power to his other characters, which is probably more useful than the Pekra unless he draws another Climax again. So we'll put it like this, and then play 1k1. So I'm going to front here with the Corone. I'm going to give the on reverse effect to the Fubuki. On reverse, I can search my deck for a character, and then this is swinging for 2.
Alright, and then I am out, so yeah, there goes 2.
Okay, and then going to front here. This is for 4.
Okay, we're hoping for the climax here. Here we go. 7 going back, missing the gate.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's see if we can get a nice cancel here on this 4, otherwise...
There you go.
Otherwise Mike will definitely have caught up. Alright, there we go.
Okay.
Oh no.
Alright, then I'll reverse search.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and grab level 2 meal.
Mm-hmm.
Prep for next turn.
Alright, this is a small price to pay for that cancel, to be honest.
For sure.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go ahead and front here. I'm smaller, but I kind of just want to try to push for more damage.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be for 2.
1 cancel.
Oh
What
no.
the
But
heck?
pushing for damage did not work.
Interesting.
Alrighty, here we go.
Alright, stand and draw. Alright, let's see. What is our game plan here? So I think... Going to 2 doesn't really do anything for me here, I think, because clocking to 2 would make it so that I have 3 climaxes in waiting room. So by default, I cannot play my early play in this deck, which is the 3-2 Noel.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to think if there are ways that I can contest this Fubuki. So she's currently 10k.
10k, yes.
10k. Is it possible for me to contest this? I think it actually is possible. And it doesn't require me to clock either, but I potentially want to clock to advance the deck state. And clocking also potentially draws me a climax as well. Knowing that Mike is already out quite a few climaxes because he didn't refresh super well makes me think that I probably want to clock here to try to get one. And that would also raise my power levels even more to more effectively contest Mike's current board. So I am going to clock. I'm going to clock level 0 Martin, and then I'm going to level it for red.
Okay.
And we're going to draw 2 cards. Okie dokie. So let's see. Looks like we're playing. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're going to play Rushia. So with her effect, we're actually going to kill this Martin. That's kind of it's just been chilling here since turn 1.
Yeah, it got its plus in, you know.
Yeah, that's a really nice thing about this card though, is that in a lot of decks, if your like runners or like random things live and you want to play like climax combos at 1, these kind of just chill in your back row and do nothing. But in this case, you have effects like Rushia to kill them and still get value. Yeah. So top check, and then we'll add this Martin. That's actually really good. I need a yellow card eventually to clock and level up. Then after that, we are going to see 6, 5, 8, 5, 6, 5, 8, 5, 10, 5. Okay. So we're going to. Oh, I actually can't play that one. It's 7, 5, 9, 5, 10, 5. All right, yeah, that's fine. So we're gonna play the 1-0 Noel, and then we're going to fill out our back row with a Rushia, and then I'm going to use Rushia's effect, Brainstorm, to try to get through the deck some more. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and I do hit, so I get to search 1.
Yeah.
And off of that, I'm going to grab. I'm going to grab the 3-2 Noel.
Okay.
To try to eliminate some of your threats later on uncontested.
Definitely a good idea always in Weiss, no matter what deck it is, you gotta plan for your future turns, not just think about your current turn. Think about what your opponent might do in their following turns, and you can plan appropriately.
Yep. Alright, so let's rearrange the board a bit. We'll go like this. And then, start of Climax phase, I can use the Resonance on the Noel to give her plus 4,000 power by revealing the flare in my hand. And then I will play 1k1.
Okay.
We did actually get the Pekora Climax.
Okay.
Alright, so starting with these attacks, we're going to go with the Rushia Direct first, and we're going to use her ability to pump Noelle 2k, so she is currently 7, 5, 8, 9, 11k to the Fubuki's 10. This is going to be for 3 and a gate. And we're going to do some more late game prep by grabbing the Marine.
Okay. 1, 2, cancel.
Okay. Then we'll go in with the Pekora. Pekora's currently at 7k to your 5, 5. This is going to be for 2.
1, cancel.
Whoa.
Wow.
And we'll use Pekora's effect. Okay.
Okay, Pekko.
Okay, Pekko.
Okay, Pekko.
We're going to grab the Pekora counter.
Okay. The Pekora counter is what, 2k?
It's a 2k counter, and when I use it, if all my characters are Hololive, I get to put the top card of my deck into my stock.
Cool.
And so that's going to help me get through this. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be taking a lot of damage next turn, probably. And then I'll give 1k to the Noelle to make her even bigger, so now she's 12. And this is going to be for 2, 2.
Okay. 1, 2. 2's good.
Okay.
And my characters are reversed. No restocking this time since we do have plays already lined up.
Alright, I do have to discard 2 cards actually.
That's
right
a lot
now,
of cards.
Which cards do I want to discard though? They're all so good. I kind of feel like I'm going to level 3 this time. So I think we're going to discard the ones that don't contribute as much if I were to stay at 2.
Okay.
Because like I'm probably going to be playing a bunch of 3s. So
Makes
I'm going
sense.
to ditch Rushia level 1. And... let's actually ditch the Flare.
Okay.
Flare has a cancel burn finisher, but considering that Mike just canceled twice and doesn't have too many climaxes left in his deck, I feel like on the following turn, I would just be able to stick a bunch of damage. So I'm going to discard the Flare in favor of the other level 3s that I have in my hand.
Okay. Draw for turn. We'll go ahead and clock this level 3 Fubuki. Won't be needing her. These are not great draws. They're not the worst. They could be worse. But they're not great. What I'm really looking for is I kind of wish I had a Gamers event to be able to mill my deck more, but unfortunately we haven't drawn any of those, and haven't drawn the meal to be able to bond her back either. So I think the only way to kind of go through my deck right now is just to brainstorm. So I'm going to start with a brainstorm before I proceed with anything else here. Brainstorm. It's a brainstorm 5, and we do whiff. Okay. Let's see how many cards are in our deck. We definitely don't... I think my first and foremost priority is getting through the deck this turn, even if I have to go down in hand size substantially, because otherwise I'm kind of just free in damage. I did refresh with 5, and I think it's a miracle I even canceled twice. Right now I'm at 3. There are 5, 10, 15, 20 cards in my deck. So how do I go through my deck here? So it's a bit unfortunate that we don't have another brainstorm in the waiting room. If I want to get another brainstorm, I have to play over the brainstorm and then salvage it with my Climax discard Mio. But at that point, I probably would just rather salvage the Fubuki instead. But again, neither of those one card gets me through this entire stack of cards. So it does seem like I can't get through my deck this turn. So I think the alternative would just be to hope I cancel.
Yeah, just like
I'm just not even going to bother trying to go through my deck. I do still have Climaxes in there. It's a low percentage chance, but I do still have the ability to cancel 2 or 3 times next turn. But since I can't really control my deck very well right now, I'm just going to leave it and hope for the best. In these kind of situations, if you can't really help it, then you might as well just not play around it, you know? Just play to your out of, you know, canceling a couple times and then try to just push your damage. So that's what I'm going to do. In that case, I'm going to play my Okayu, level 0. She's a clock bomb, basically a level 0 attacker, but for our purposes here, she's just a regular attacker. I just want to push for more damage here. I'm going to play my level 2 Mio, and then I'm going to, let's see, is there anything else I want here? So I could go for a second level 2 Mio, but the problem is I don't even have 2 level 3 Mios I can salvage, so kind of doesn't accomplish that much in the first place. If anything, let's see. If I attack these 3, I get 4 stock generated, so next turn I go to 5 stock, which is not 6, so there's not really that much of a difference here. In that case, I might want to salvage this level 0 Mio instead. Or I could just not salvage at all, and that's probably also fine as well. Given that we are most likely going to go to level 3 anyways next turn. So we'll just go ahead and play our level 0 Mio, and I'm not going to activate her effect. She has an effect where on play and on send to waiting room, I can discard a Climax to salvage, but I'm going to choose to not use her on play effect. In terms of the character I'm killing, this level 2 Mio gets 1000 per every other, so she can reliably reverse all the characters on Randall's board. I'll just go ahead and reverse the Rusha again. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and play and just double check these can't reverse anything, right? 1, 2, no, okay. Play 1, 2, 1. So this is the level 3 Climax combo, but also acts as a level 2 Climax combo. They go on the same Climax. And the effect is when I play the Climax, if this is in the front row, I can put the top card of my deck into stock, and then I can salvage the level 3 Mio. Add it to my hand. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and front here, and this is going to be for 2.
Alright, I'm free.
Alright, I'm likewise going to front here. Just going to push for damage. Leaving my lanes open does mean I take more damage myself, but also means I have a higher chance to cancel, so kind of a double-edged sword. But I just want to push for damage here, so I'm going to front for 2.
Alright, and I'm still free.
Yep. Alright, last and not least, I'm going to front, just push for damage, and this is for 3.
Alright, in the interest of not taking this 3, this is going to be the lane I use the Pekra
Sounds good.
counter on. So, despite this Pekra counter not actually doing anything in terms of like who wins this battle, I do get to use her second effect, which is since all my characters are Hololive, I get to blind stock one, which I know is clean, so that gives me...
Effectively, it's like a 1-card advancement towards canceling.
Yeah.
Right.
And I want to cancel this 3.
If he had left that there, we know that's clean, so all Randall needs to do is reveal 2 more damage for that 3 to stick. But now he needs to go back, reveal 3, which is, 1 card extra chance.
So I'm refreshing 6, missing still 2 gates. That is one thing about this deck, is that it doesn't really pay stock.
It has so much costless advantage.
Yeah.
If you want to pay out stock, it can be a bit tricky, right?
Yeah, it's like I'm just too busy.
My things are too efficient.
Yeah. It's like, why pay stock when I can just kill Pekra over and over again?
Alright, so this is because Randall didn't actually start taking damage first, he's going to refresh first, and then now he's going to confirm this way.
Wait, that would have canceled anyway.
Either way, hey, you get a Rusha on top.
Oh wait, no, it wouldn't have, because it would have been 1, 2, 3. Refresh.
Oh, Pekra.
Okay, let's go Pekra.
Okay, and then on death, I am not going to use the Mio effect. Okay, yeah.
Alright, so how many Climaxes are in your waiting room now?
4.
4 Climaxes. Okay.
So I'm okay with this position. Definitely a lot better than how it was looking a turn ago.
This is a weird game. Okay, let's see. What do I want to do this turn? What do I want to do? I think I'm going to not clock. How do I want to do this? So the Mio is
7K.
7K. Mio is 7K. What can Pekra get to? Pekra can get to 5, 5, 6, 7, 5. If I do this line of play. Alright, I'm going to not clock. Oh, actually, I can get even higher than 7, 5 now that I think about it. Alright, we have a pretty neat line here. So I'm going to start by playing the 2-1 Marin. She's a assist to level 3 or higher characters, and she also has another effect. When she's placed, I can pay 1 and sack one of my other Hololive characters to salvage a Hololive character.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to sack Noelle here and salvage Rushia. So yeah, a lot of time you will be sacking Pekra, but like there are a lot of strategic ways that you can sacrifice other characters. And so the way that we're going to utilize this is we're actually going to play Flare and use her bond ability now, discarding a character to get back the Noelle so that we can use the resonance effect, which we will use. We're going to rearrange the board a bit first. We will use the resonance effect, reveal the Noelle in our hand to give Pekra plus 1500 power and the stop kick effect.
Okay.
And,
but I think you have... double check. I think you have to activate it when you go into Climax.
Oh, is that Climax phase?
Yeah, so do that when you after you
So-
finish arranging everything.
So we're gonna do it like this.
Yeah, save the Marie in the back row since she is a level 3 assist.
Yep. Okay, so at start of Climax phase, we will use the Flare and then give 1500 to the Pekra, which brings her up to 7-5. And then also the Rushia on top of Clock at the beginning of Climax phase. If I have 4 more Hololive characters, I reveal a top card, and if it's level 1 or higher, it goes to stock.
Wow!
Whoa, free stock. Let's go. Alright, and now we are all set. So we're gonna go with a direct with the Pekra for 3, and I will get the Marin Climax.
Okay. 1, 2, cancel. Alright, there's that cancel that we've been needing for sure.
Alright, we'll direct with the Rushia for 2, 2.
Okay, 1, 2. 2's good.
And then finally, the Pekra will attack for 5, 5, 6, 7, 5.
Yeah.
For 2.
Also 2. Cancel!
What the heck is going
And then
on?
this goes to stock, right?
Yeah, I'll use the ability given by the Flare to do that.
Sure. Okay, alright. So you know how we were talking about playing to our outs, and we definitely got that out. Though it is a bit awkward because well, you guys can see what my hand is. We're not quite level 3 yet, so we're gonna try to just find something to do for another turn.
That sounds like someone who has a whole bunch of level 3s and isn't level 3.
Well, for your information, before I drew for turn, I had 3 cards in hand. So, and you knew I had a Mio and a Climax based on my refresh and what I salvaged.
Right.
So.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. I mean, naturally, I would definitely prefer to have canceled, but this does mean I am a bit short on plays. I have 10 cards left in deck, and I am 6 out.
There are upsides and downsides to canceling.
Yeah. Alright, in the interest of having playable attackers, I think I actually do need to clock the level 3 Mio here. The alternative is not clocking, and I am not sure I'm comfortable with that. I think I would rather clock, brainstorm once, and attack 3 times. That probably is a bit better. Because if I don't clock, I don't have 3 attackers. Yeah, so I'm gonna clock. And then I'm gonna draw 2. What?
What?
Well, I will certainly be brainstorming, I think. Well, so I have 8 cards now, and I have 1 Climax left in there. So if I hit the Climax and I draw a playable, then that's the ideal scenario, but if I miss, I don't have 3 attackers. However, I do, regardless, still need to get through the rest of this deck because there is only 1 Climax. If I trigger a Climax here, I'll have 5 cards free, which basically means I lose. So I will prioritize brainstorming either way, and if I don't hit, I'll just attack twice and that's just kind of the fate I have to live with. So thankfully we did hit one, so we can draw one card. Hopefully it's playable.
Was it a playable?
It was a playable.
Nice.
Nice. We're kind of one card off of being able to do like a really sick play. But unfortunately we can't. Unless. Okay, you know what? Let's kind of go for it. Let's try to push some damage here. You know, Randall's deck doesn't really have a good amount of ways to heal, as we established earlier. So we're going to brainstorm again, actually, and push ourselves to level 3. Now we can only play one meal, but we do have a double climax combo. So we can get some resources back while still kind of applying pressure.
Oh, was the playable you drew a 2-1 Mio, perhaps?
One of my playables is a 2-1 Mio, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going back with 7.
Okay, how much hand do you have?
Right now I have 5 hand.
5 hand, okay.
Yeah. One of the good things about this Mio combo is that she doesn't actually cost that many resources. Her on-attack power is pay 1, so I can kind of operate on a low hand size and still be quite effective here.
The idea also is that with the brainstorm power, hopefully they can just live to go for multiple turns.
But chances are, if Randall goes to level 3 and plays Marine, they're probably dead anyways. But I do kind of just care about pushing the damage at this point. So I do hit 1, so I draw 1, and then I take refresh point. And I level, and we'll go ahead and level. Let's level the meal. A bit past our time for that card now. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and play our level 3 Mio. She has on-play heal, but we don't have anything to heal with. Play the level 2 Mio, and then we'll play a Coronate. She gets 2,500 power on play, 500 per every one of my characters. And we do have a level 3 now, so we can salvage that. In terms of placement, everything's killing everything. I guess I'll split my targets accordingly.
Because I have this, right?
Right, so I'll split my 2 highest targets on the side and then have my weakest character in the middle. So his Marin can't just get like 2 free support lanes. Then I'm going to go ahead and... Do I ever side the Pekro? There is actually a possibility that I side the Pekro. So I'm going to leave my level 3 here, and then I'm going to play my 1k1. The Mio activates where I blind stock and salvage a level 3 Mio. And then I'm going to go into attack. So we'll go ahead and front here, and that's for 2.
1, 2, level up. And I need my last color, yellow, so we'll go ahead and level the Marine.
Okay. The Coronet will also front, and this is for 3.
1, 2, 3. Help.
Oh? Okay, let's do a bit of assessment here. How many climaxes are you in Widow? 0. And you salvaged...
I salvaged a gate.
You salvaged a gate last turn, and we know you already have one again, so you're out.
Wait, we do?
Well, you're out 1 here, and you refreshed with 6 last turn, right? With 2 gates out.
Yeah. So there's 2 gates here, and then a pants, and then I have a gate in hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I'm going to stick to 4. I think that's just not realistic. I don't have many triggers in my deck. And I'd rather, I think, side? His Marines have on-play top check 3, so it's not as if it's a problem of him being able to find pieces. How many Marine healers are shown?
1.
Okay. I think siding for 2 is probably the best play here, and I just hope I live next turn. If I front here, and I also trigger, there is a possibility that he dies. But I think my chances of killing him next turn are a lot greater if he's at 3-5 or 3-4 compared to 3-3 or lower. Yeah, I'm going to side here.
Okay.
So I'm going to side, and then I'm going to activate Climax Combo, pay 1. And then I can look at the top 2 cards of Randall's deck, and then I can choose any go to Widow, and then leave the rest on top. So those are clean, so I'm going to leave those on top. And then I also get... No.
You get power cross turn, right?
Yeah, and then I get power cross turn. Just double check Make sure I'm not displaying anything. Look at the top 2 cards for your opponents. Yeah, and then I get 2k until the end of your turn. So then I trigger, and this is for 3.
Oh, please, third card. Cancel.
No. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right, and that's over to you.
All right, we're really living on the edge. That is the best possible card I could have drawn. That is unironically the best possible card I could have drawn. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is, well, obviously we're not going to clock, otherwise we die. We need to play Martin to heal.
Is that the best possible card you drew?
No.
Okay.
And then I'm going to play a 3/2 Martin, pay 2, and then I'm going to use her effect to sack one of my characters. We're going to sack this Pekora and look at up to 3 from the top of the deck. Choose one of them to add to hand, choose one of them to put to stock, and choose one of them to send to waiting room. So we'll take these 3. I'm going to add this, stock this, drop this Climax.
Okay.
Going to play over Martin with Flare Drop Salvage.
Ooh.
Use her effect, pay 1, discard a gate to salvage Martin back, and then I will give 1k to the Martin combo.
Okay.
Then I'll play Martin, pay 2, heal 1. And then, let's see. Then we're going to, that's probably best, right? Yeah. This is the card that I was
that free salvage too.
Yeah, so I knew I had a Marine stuck deep in my stock, so we had to dig down there, but this is the way I was going to get it.
Right.
So we're going to salvage Marine, and
we're going to go with Flare here.
Flare, yeah.
Alright. Very respectable finishers here.
And then I'm going to discard my Noelle level 3.
Okay.
Okay, so then, let's see, so we're definitely attacking with double Marine and Flare. So I need to play Marine, use her effect, sack the level 3 Marine. She's done her job of healing us down. Look at 1, look at 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get one more. We'll add this to hand. Let's just stock this here. And then we will play Flare.
Okay.
Oh, this is in my hand. Pay 2. And then pay 1, sack one of my other characters. We're just gonna sack the Flare.
Yeah, and so what does she get when she does that?
So on play, she gets a cancel burn, and then on play, by paying that extra, pay 1 and sack one of my characters, she gets an additional cancel burn.
Yeah, so she has, this turn she has, if I cancel the Flare's damage, I take a cancel burn 1 twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's check out how many level 3s Randall played this turn, guys. Like, he played 2 healer Marines, 2 level 3 Marines, and a Flare. And then played a drop salvager and played a 2-1 event.
Yep.
He used like 11 stock there or something.
Alright, so as far as power, the one that's going to be the highest is this Martin, since she gets 2k with the combo and 1k from that drop salvage that I did earlier.
Yep.
So currently she is 10-5, 12-5, 13-5, and she's going to go up to 16-5.
16-5, yeah.
And then, so she's going to be the one most suited to attacking into this Mio to get her off the board.
Yeah, my Neil is a measly 14k.
Alright, let's go.
Let's go.
Alright, so we're going to attack with the Flare first, since I'm pretty sure I know what the bottom card is.
Yeah, you also want to attack with the Flare since the Marines need to pay 1 on their attacks too.
Yeah, that as well, yeah. But I'm pretty sure this is a Pants, and so we're going to force the 4 damage in with backed up by double cancel burn. So Pants Climax, I'm refreshing with the other 6.
Yep. Alright guys. I think this is as good of a chance as I've had all game to have good odds to cancel with. On the previous turns we had poor odds, but we still canceled. This game I think we have better odds.
Oh, this means you're gonna.
This means I'm dead. I'm gonna take this forward and I'm just dead.
Yep. All right. Let's go. So this is for 4 refresh points.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yep.
Okay, Peko.
That's how it works.
All right.
Okay, so I just need to cancel the 3 attacks.
Yep. All right, so
seems easy enough.
We're going to front attack with the Marin using her Climax combo. Pay 1, discard a Hololive character. We'll go ahead and discard a Ruxia. And this is going to be a burn 2, and I gain 2k.
Yeah, so hopefully I take this burn 2. And then I'll cancel this upcoming swing.
Okay, this is for 4.
Okay, I cancel. And I'll need to cancel the rest of Marin's attacks.
Alright, so now since he has a level 2 and he's at 3/6, it is the perfect opportunity to go for a side attack here, since I'm attacking for 3 normally, -2 from his level 2. So we'll side attack, pay 1, discarding a Noelle level 1, burn 2.
2? No,
there
that's
we
it.
go.
GG.
That was definitely a rocky game. I was just like,
oh yeah,
out
that was
all the time. You were out a bunch of climaxes canceling.
My when I got to level 1 and I played that double Coronet turn, right? My hand was 2 Coronet, 5 climaxes.
What? You're joking.
No, it was 5 climaxes.
Oh my god.
But I think that was a really good kind of way to showcase that even when you have this seemingly uncomebackable hand, there is still play here. If you just look at the last 2 turns, it doesn't. You probably wouldn't have guessed that
earlier in that game.
There was a certain point in time where I had 5 climaxes in my hand, right? But instead of kind of just giving up the game when you get kind of these unlucky situations, I think. One thing that I think we do want to emphasize is that the game is not automatically over if you have these kind of bad hands. Obviously, you are disadvantaged compared to if you have a normal hand, but play to your outs, right? They might not be high percentage, but like you guys saw there, I kind of was in a position where I had to cancel a lot, but I had the opportunity to with my last 3 climaxes in my deck, and I actually managed to cancel a couple times at level 2. Which could bring me back into the game. As long as you have that percentage out, even if it's that 1%, 2%, there is still a chance. So
yeah, I definitely from my perspective as well. I could have never known that you had that many climaxes in hand because it seemed fairly normal from my side. So that's the thing. Even if you in Mike's position, you're like, oh no, I'm super mega dead. Your opponent doesn't know that.
Right.
So
and honestly, it turned out okay. Even Randall's play there of killing his own Pekka and not bringing it back was so good because he denied me of that extra fuel I could have had to a lot more easily come back with the game. There's a lot of things I wish I could showcase in this deck that I didn't get to because I just drew climaxes. The entire gamers package I just couldn't use at all because I didn't draw them.
Yeah. So as far as my deck. We can just talk about these decks real quick.
Yeah.
So as far as my deck, you guys definitely saw on display the theme of Generation 3.
So much advantage here with the Pekka, and you actually did use every single effect to kill Pekka here.
Every single
kill Pekka effect you used to kill Pekka, which is a pain Pekka.
Yeah, but this is definitely the central theme of this deck. But as far as your deck, so we have a lot of really good synergy between a lot of the cards, especially this level 0 Mio.
Right. I think one of the biggest parts about this deck and why it works so well is because of the whole Mio and Gamers package. Obviously, being able to pay 1 to grab top check 4, add 1 character helps a lot with not only your card advantage, but also your deck speed. But also there's a lot of synergy for Mio in terms of having the other cards too. For example, the 2-1 Mio, where she blind stocks, you know what your top card of the deck is always with the level 0 Mio whenever you play a character. And then also things like the Okayu being suited for being able to, if you have Mio early game and you play Okayu, you can confirm that, hey, the top card is level 0, so I'll attack with Okayu first. Or kind of same deal with Korone. If you play Korone Okayu, no Koro, Oka Koro, I think it's their nickname. You play Korone first, top check the 2, and then you can know when you should attack with the Okayu to get that free card at level 0 out. I think overall, this deck probably functions pretty well. I've played similar iterations of it in the past when I was playing with the Japanese Hololive version. But the 2-1 Mio and the 3-2 Mio package is definitely very, very powerful. If you guys want to stick with the whole gamers kind of idea, then this deck is very strong. But I think there are some spicy things you can do if you want to still stick with the Mio combo, but you are willing to add some other generation cards. For example, you can salvage the Mios, and then you can anti-change with the 2-1 3-6 counter. You discard your 2 Mios for the anti-change, you kill their early play level 3, and then chances are 1 or 2 of your Mios are still alive the next turn. And then you just play another Goldbar, and then you salvage 2 Mios again.
Yeah, I've played against Mike in the past when he was running like a mixed deck but based around this, and that's actually like so obnoxious because these Mios, assuming you're able to keep your whole board, they're like 10k power, right?
Yeah.
So basically they can only be contested by early plays, and so it's like, all right, Suisei, bring on the early plays, baby.
Yeah, because like you think about other powerful level 2 plays on all, like they're like the level 3 Kanata, level 3 Rushia. These are all early plays though, which they have appropriate answers like anti-change bombs. But against like a big 2-1, all you really have is just power. You just have to beat it with power. And Mio being base 10k if you have a full board can definitely help you reach and beat over power thresholds. But yeah, I think that about does it. You guys have seen plenty of Mari in action. We definitely saw her in action that game, how insanely efficient she is at doing literally everything you want. Randall played Mari level 3, Mari healer, another Mari healer, another Mari level 3, a flare level 3. A flare discard, drop salvage, 2-1 event.
Yeah.
Obviously, Randall did have a lot of resources, but it's just kind of insane how much you can do with Mari.
That ended up kind of just being a product of this deck just kind of hoards.
Yeah,
treasure,
yeah.
right?
You get so much advantage, and you barely use any stock ever.
That was definitely the Marine's buried treasure, and then just like, we're gonna spend it all that game. That was definitely how that game panned out.
Overall, I really enjoyed this game. I think it's definitely a lot of fun to play games in which you have kind of uncommon scenarios like the ones like we went through. Like you had a bit of an unlucky streak where you took a bunch of damage. I had a unlucky streak where I drew a bunch of climaxes, but you gotta adapt and you gotta play to your outs, right?
Yeah,
so I think that's like the main thing we want to iterate here.
That's definitely like one of the big things that showcases that really differentiates like the good players from the great players. Is like obviously it's really good to have games where like everything goes right. But those games where things aren't always going right are the ones where you really have an opportunity to display your ability to adapt and your skills in the game.
Yeah.
So,
and when you do play yourself out of those situations, when you do identify the outs to win and they do come true, let me tell you, those feel so much better than just regular wins.
Yeah.
So never give up, guys. Find your outs to bad situations, and hopefully this game kind of showcases a bit of that mindset, and hopefully we can help you become better players. We definitely have a lot more games upcoming. We have the different generation matches for you guys. So stick around. And until then, this has been Mike and Randall on the Tressa's Collectibles channel. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Later.